you're welcome back to African Colonization TV and Biafran History. In fact, let's look into what is going on in Finland concerning Simon Ekpa and the Finnish government. In this video, our brother Rose, he has come out to explain a lot of things that is going on right now in Finland and how Simon Ekpa is going to gain his freedom back from the Finland government, and the plan the Nigerian government what they are planning to do as it is. So don't skip any part of it. Make sure you watch it to the end so that for you to understand everything happening in this video. So according to the headline, it says international legal victory. Finland move for Simon Ekpa release. Explain. So they are now saying that the whole allegation that Nigerian government is laying on Simon Ekpa head, it is not truth, and everybody have seen it. Everybody, that is why you see the whole game is now shifting from one side to another. So they are trying to manipulate everything. They are trying to manipulate everything by all means. But what is there is that what happened at the first time will never happen again, and then that is what Rose is going to explain to us, because he said a lot of things concerning what happened in Finland and what is going on, and the thing that is going on in Nigeria also. Because as you can see, just like war, just like two elephants fighting, meaning a lot will happen to the grass. That is what is happening in Nigeria, and that is what is going on in Finland. So it is a very, very big legal and legal battle. That is what is happening in Finland between the Biafran people and between Nigerian people. So I would like you to watch it. As about to watch, like, subscribe, and share it for everyone to see things going on in Biafra land.
Yeah, good morning, my brothers and sisters. Good afternoon, good evening to every one of you, depending your time and where you are watching me from. This very wonderful Monday morning. Today is the 8th day of June 2026. Very beautiful day in this very wonderful country, I can tell you. Biafrans, I'm here to talk to us once again. I appreciate everything you guys are doing. I appreciate you people back home in Biafra land. I appreciate you guys. Today, sit at home. Monday, sit at home. Every one of you are sitting at home in disobedience to make sure that the Nigerian terrorist government releases Mazi Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. It is your civil right. It is your right to remain at home. It is your right to stay at home. It is your right to demand for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is your right to want to live a better life. It is your right to defend yourself. It is your right to defend your family, yourself, and every of your loved ones. It is your right. Nobody can take that right away from you. So thank you once again, Biafrans. Those of you that are sitting at home on Mondays, those of you that are in Biafra land sitting at home for the immediate and the unconditional release of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I thank you guys. You guys are the one doing the most job here, and I can tell you that for free. Again, I want to appreciate Biafrans and the Igbos in Lagos State for what they did last week. They are very wonderful people. I think this thing happened on Saturday. I love you guys. In fact, you see, the Igbos, you guys are now impressing me. This is what I want. Now, Joy Bokwe went to, what is he called? Ladipo Market, and, he was disgraced, which is okay by us. That's to tell you that we Igbo don't condone rubbish. We don't condone nonsense. We are very straightforward people. We are very wonderful people. So thank you once again, my brothers and sisters that are in Ladipo Market. My brothers and sisters in Ladipo Market, thank you very much for what you did. You see, that's why we don't lord over criminals. We don't embrace criminals. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, we will fight you. The way we are going to fight you, if you are doing evil, we call you out. We are not like these Afonjas, the Yorubas, where they see this thing, they are criminal Tinubu, they will start shouting on your mandate. We don't do that. We are very straightforward people, peace-loving people, very wonderful people, I can tell you. We're very loving people. So what transpired in Ladipo markets is a story of how Biafrans are. We are not anyhow people. We like people to be straightforward. We like people to stand on the truth. We like people to be, unique around us. We like truthful people. We like people who are fighting for humanity. That is how Igbos were being made and programmed. So thank you for what you did. More will still happen to these animals. Anyways, that's not the reason why I came here. Two things I came here for. One is Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and the other one, the other day I was telling you guys, and the terrorist activities in Nigeria. The other day I was telling you guys I was going to talk about Simon's case, and all of a sudden something else took over my time. And I think I hold Biafrans these obligations to come and explain explicitly on explain it to Biafrans explicitly, so that we can know where we are heading from here. Okay, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is very fine, is very good. Like the other time I was trying to explain it, but a lot of things took over my time. Some of us have gone to visit Prime Minister. And that is the same reason why I keep telling us that we have to be steadfast. We have to be very laser focused with what we're doing, so that we can know the right people we are following. You can see the fallback group people when they come, they tell you, oh, they went to visit Simon. Hey, Simon said this, Simon said that. Obato Obie knows nothing about these things that these people are saying. He knows nothing about it. Now, Obato Obie is very strong, preparing for his appeal in next 2 coming months. His appeal case is just something of, what is it called now? Tax evasion. There is no terrorism charges in his case. Nigeria lied to the public. And that is why I keep telling you people, you see, just pray that Nigeria doesn't happen to you. And that is why we will continue to hammer it the way it is. We will continue to say it the way it is. Nigeria is evil. Nigeria is evil. Nigeria is bad. Nigeria is so terrible that I don't know how you people survive in Nigeria, to be honest. I don't know how you people survive in Nigeria, to be honest. I'm telling you people the truth. I don't know how you people survive. In fact, one of my friends came back from Nigeria and he said, in fact, Bobo, if you see how people are suffering in Nigeria now, you will pity for them. You will pity for them. I said, Shebi, na them want a miloko. So it is time for them to face what they have, embraced. The guy said, no, it's not like that. The poverty rate in Nigeria is too much. To the extent that, in fact, he told me a lot of things that I wouldn't want to say here. Very bad things about Nigeria. So how do you encourage people like us to come back and start investing? How do you expect investors with all these things happening in Nigeria to come into Nigeria and start investing? Nigeria is a very bad country. Now, this same Nigeria came out to tell the public that Simon was jailed for terrorism. This same country called Nigeria came and told the world that Simon was inciting terrorism in Nigeria, and that is the reason why they jailed him. To the extent that Aisha Yusuf carried this fake news, to the extent that Sahara reporters carried this fake news, to the extent that every social media in Nigeria carried this fake news. So Prime Minister is not coming to face terrorism charges or to fight for terrorism cases in appeal court. No. It is tax evasion that they are looking at. Said, oh, all the money he has been earning from YouTube. Nigeria just wanted to use something to hold him back so that they can now look at it. Even the Finland now, have they not find out the truth? Are they not ashamed of themselves now? Is that man called Alexander Stubb of Finland? He's not ashamed of himself being the president of Finland that colluded with Nigeria to remove an innocent man. Now, in his case file, no terrorism charges there. Prime Minister confirmed it with his mouth. There is nothing like terrorism charge in his case. That the only thing he's standing trial on is tax invasion. You know this YouTube money that they will pay him, that YouTube, some people will do super chat and all of that. That is the only reason why Prime Minister is detained, though. That is the only reason why a whole Prime Minister is detained. And Nigeria is dancing, oh, terrorists, oh, the terrorism from them. Somebody that Musa could not stand. Self-defense in this country, because I think why they remove this thing is very systematic. Because they know when they go to court of appeal, the Finland will be in shit. Because self-defense and self-determination is not a crime under EU law. So they quickly remove that. And that is why I have the confidence that Finland will do the right thing. Again, I don't have 100% confidence. You know these people. Let me tell you how these people work. They feel that they are the superpowers. So how can you, a black man, come from another country to come and defeat them in their own country, in their own court system? So they wouldn't want that to happen. So maybe they would just, let him go back and stay there so that we will have our dignity and honor. That is what I'm seeing. And that is what might is an assumption. An assumption is mother of all fuck up. So I like to assume, and I don't like to assume. In this present case now, I will assume that Finland may not likely want to do the right thing, to save face. To save face. So he is not fighting for, he's not jailed for terrorism acts. He's not jailed for inciting terrorism. Simon never incited terrorism. If he incited terrorism, where is the evidence to prove this? Where is the evidence to prove this? So all this cooked up story was cooked by Imam Madabu, Chobo Okoma, Ruben Nadi, and what is his name? Yeah, Imam Madabu, and Prime Minister, fallback Prime Minister Okechukwu Nkeri. These are the people who cooked this rubbish and told you, oh, Prime Minister is facing terrorism charges. In conjunction with the Nigerian state, this failed nation, your failed state called Nigeria. Nigeria is evil to the core. Anybody that comes and tell you that one Nigeria is possible, tell that person it will not be well with him. In this, I don't like to mention this country because there is a loss when you come into this country that you find out that there is something fundamentally wrong with Nigerian system. Everything is wrong with Nigerian system. Nigeria is never meant to be a nation. Nigeria was never meant to be a country. Now, Prime Minister's case at that. Let me leave Prime Minister's case a little bit and then come back to Nnamdi Kanu's case a little while. Now, you know that Nigeria is waiting for Finland to act. After Finland finish acting and they see the position where Finland will place Prime Minister, then now they will now pick up Nnamdi Kanu's case and start tossing him around, because even though Nnamdi Kanu believes that he is innocent, and even though Simon Ekpa, believe that he's innocent, and again, even though Simon believes that if the appeal does not go smoothly, he only has 1 year, just this year, and next year he will be out. Do you understand? So we are not praying that the appeal should not go through. The appeal definitely will collapse, because David Dr. Masanga is in charge of this appeal, and he has dragged Finland to the International Criminal Court, and that is why terrorist charges has been removed. Because before they were saying, oh, he was inciting us, we were inciting terrorism. I said, oh, if this is the terrorism, Finland will hear it from our hand. We fought Finland to a standstill. Finland is evil to the core. Now, Nigeria is waiting to know the outcome of Simon's case in order to use and punish Nnamdi Kanu, because they know, this Nigeria, they know that everything that Simon is doing, the instruction is coming from Nnamdi Kanu. Again, I am seeing the response of the Nigerian government over the appeal case of Nnamdi Kanu, now requesting for death penalty on Nnamdi Kanu's case. Now, this is their last card. These people are confused. They are tired. They are tired. They don't know what to say again. They don't know what to do again. Now, appeal case. This is the same thing that they said during Simon Ekpa's case. If you try to appeal, we will increase the sentence. You know this thing we're playing out before. That the lawyer from Finland lawyer, pasted it on his, what is it called? On his handle, Facebook handle or whatever handle, X handle. And when he pasted it, the people said, how can you, a prosecutor tell judge what to do, which means you are working with the judge, they quickly went to remove it. Now the same thing is now playing out in Nnamdi Kanu's case. Let me tell you one thing you don't know. Nigeria is scared to their bone marrow to even pronounce that sentence on Nnamdi Kanu. It can never happen. They know that Nnamdi Kanu is coming out in this court of appeal. Now, number one, Nigeria has no jurisdiction to try Nnamdi Kanu. They don't have jurisdiction. What I'm doing now, Nigeria has no jurisdiction to try me if I step my foot in airport. But you know Nigeria is a lawless country. A lawless country, I'm telling you. They will tell you that, oh, you were inciting. Who am I inciting? So what they are doing is a deal so that Biafrans will be scared. So that they will see whether Nnamdi Kanu will give up. One thing you don't know about Nnamdi Kanu is that he has lost everything. Nnamdi Kanu is dead. He is dead. His only revival is Biafra. Biafra or nothing. So everything that you people are doing, you're wasting your time. I am telling the Nigerian government, you are wasting your time. Biafra should not forget about that nonsense that they wrote. They are not going to do it. They cannot do it. A judge cannot work for the government of a nation. A judge cannot stand and say, oh, what this president has said is what I'm going to do. What the council of the government have said is what I'm going to do, without going through the system of we know the law system doesn't work, but now the eyes of the world is on Nigeria. They can't do it. Nnamdi Kanu is a global torch. Nigeria cannot switch it off. Nnamdi Kanu is known all over the world as we speak. Nobody knows Tinubu. Every name that they call Tinubu anywhere in the world is evil. Tinubu is a drug addict. Tinubu is a certificate forger. Tinubu doesn't know where he came from. Even the Yorubas cannot tell you that this is where Tinubu came from. Tinubu is a thief. Tinubu is a land grabber. Tinubu is a murderer. He is the one that invited the terrorists that is terrorizing the whole Nigeria. All of us know that. Now, what has Nnamdi Kanu done to warrant death sentence? If they must prove it to the world. So forget all these their shenanigans. They are playing their last card. Remember, they brought out Bianco Low to come and talk to Biafrans. That Biafrans are stupid and foolish. And now today, the same Bianca told us the only problem she has that Nnamdi Kanu is having now is Simon Ekpa. When Simon is removed, all that will be over. Nnamdi Kanu will walk out. Do you think that the international communities are not seeing this? Do you think that international bodies didn't see all these things happening? Again, that should not scare Biafrans. It doesn't. When I saw it, I just laughed. And so many people were saying, we said it. Nnamdi Kanu shouldn't have gone for appeal. So his rights should be stepped up. His rights should be trampled upon because you are Yorubas. And you can see all the people judging this case are all Yorubas. All Yorubas. That is why I hate them with everything in me. I don't like the Yorubas. They are evil to the core. They are the reason why Nigeria is the way it is today, because Nnamdi Kanu won them. And they went to join forces with the Northerners to fight these Easterners. After 4 years of Tinubu, after 8 years of Tinubu, or rather another 4 years of Tinubu, making 8 years of Tinubu, where are you people going to run to? Because when you run to the Igbos, we're going to push you people back. You jailed Nnamdi Kanu. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing good. Nothing lasts forever. I'm telling you the truth. I remember when I was in secondary school, I was a prefect in my school. Anybody that knows me can verify these things I'm saying. My school is Western College, Onikeyaba, so I don't hide where I school. So you can go and verify. This was when I was in secondary school. When I was in secondary school, I was a senior prefect at the time, and I used to always discipline one particular guy like that. And one day, this guy called me and called my name. Said, actually, my name is Steven, so that's my real name. Senior Steve, let me tell you something you don't know. Seniority is not forever. One day I will become senior in this school. I will become a prefect too in this school. That word touched me, but I continued, pretended that it never happened. Today, remember, years back, I still remember, even after my university years, I still remember this thing. Seniority is not forever. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing. All this your damage that you have done to the Igbos, Tinubu will still leave power one day. He will still leave. And at the end of the day, where are you going to run to? Where will you run to? Today, Tinubu is your godfather. Today, Tinubu is your God. Igbos are your worst enemies. Remember, Yorubas can never be trusted. Hausas can never be trusted. You can trust an Igbo man with everything. That is why we are more one Nigeria than any Nigeria. We, the Igbos, are one Nigeria at the time than any Nigeria. But thank God for Dr. Ngozi Arabwezari declaring our independent state of Biafra. Now we are now a nation. Go to the whole Nigeria, you must see Igbo property anywhere you go in Nigeria. The whole Nigeria, I'm telling you. The whole, everywhere in Nigeria, you must see Igbo properties. Go anywhere in Nigeria, you can never see Yoruba property. You can only see Yoruba property where Yorubas came from. Some of them is in Oyo. You see their properties in Oyo. Some of them, they are in Ogun State. But even in that Ogun State, you will still see an Igbo man property there. Even in Ekiti, you will still see an Igbo man property there. Come to Anambra. How many Yoruba have property in Anambra State? How many Yorubas have property in what is it called? Enugu State? How many Yorubas? So when I say these things, you should understand what I'm saying. So what they are trying to do is mind game, and it's not going to work for us. We have moved on. You can imagine where a government, sitting government, is pronouncing death sentence on a man who is agitating for his rights. But Fulanis, the terrorist Fulanis, can walk freely. The terrorist Fulanis can be forgiven. The terrorist Fulanis can be called prodigal sons. These are the people who adopt, unalive, burn houses, destroy farmland, rape your mother, rape your daughters, and kidnap them for ransom. At the end of the day, they can be forgiven and be resuscitated back into the community. But Nnamdi Kanu, that the only crime Nnamdi Kanu committed was fighting for his people, for the freedom of his people. He's serving life sentence. And the government is telling you that now that Nnamdi Kanu decided yet to appeal, that they're going for death penalty. Let's see how that is going to play out. The world is watching. What you people don't know is that they cannot kill Nnamdi. It's not all this their madness will stop. This stops at where those noise that they're making stops at their table. It doesn't go anywhere. It can't even, the court cannot grant it. It cannot be granted. Everything that they wanted was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be killed. But they have failed when they needed to kill him. So they can't do it now. It's not possible. If they do it now, they will see the swift action of the world. They can't try it. Nnamdi Kanu cannot be. They are even scared. I'm telling you that the government of Nigeria, this your terrorist government, is scared of harming Nnamdi Kanu. So let them not mumu you people. Let them not feel that they because of what we said. Now Nnamdi Kanu cannot compromise his stand. It is not humanly possible. Not on this planet Earth. So they should try more. This is a government that rehabilitates terrorists into their military. And you want those terrorists that are in the military to go and fight terrorists in the forest. No brain. How can that be possible? How possible is that? Terrorists will go and fight their own brother in the forest that are doing kidnapping. How possible is that? Those of you that are asking Nigeria to help, military to come to your aid. T.Y. Danjuma told you, the military are not neutral. What else do you want them to say for you to understand? T.Y. Danjuma told you this. What else are you guys waiting for? Igbos, please, I want to beg you people for one thing. You people are impressing me these few days. Don't join any protest. Forget what VDM is talking about. Nobody from Igbo land should join any protest. We want them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want them. Don't join any. We are not interested at all. We are not interested. We are not interested. Biafrans, we are not interested in any protest in Nigeria. We are not interested. We can never be interested. Please, let them solve their problems themselves. They invited this problem. Nnamdi Kanu won them. What did they do? They jailed him and sent him to Sokoto, threatening with the lawsuit of execution to unalive Nnamdi Kanu if he dares. Can you imagine? This is what they all know how to do best. The way I'm talking now, you see them. If they burn you, will come to Nigeria, we will kill you. Excuse me. Nigeria doesn't know nothing that kill. This is their ordeal. They cannot tell you, oh, my brother, there are ways to do this thing. Come, let us solve it in a round table. The only thing is prison, kill. That is not a country to me. That kind of thing can never happen in this country. If a particular group is agitating, they call those groups to order. Find out what the problem is and how they can get it better. You are locking up Nnamdi Kanu that is speaking for his people, and you think that thing in which he's seeking for will subside or will die? This government has no brain at all. Any little thing we will kill you. Any little thing we will kill him. Any little thing we are going to kill you. That is how Nigeria is known. That is how Nigeria is designed. Nigeria is not a country. If Nigeria was a country, I'm not going to on my camera and start fooling myself here. Nigeria is not working. A country that threatens its citizen with death every time is not a country. How many times does the United Kingdom threaten their citizen with death? How many times that USA, United States of America, threatens their citizen with death, or any country in this Europe? Only Nigeria. If you talk, we will kill you. They will send the SSS to unalive you or to kidnap you. They will send the ESCC after you. That is the only country that proclaimed death on their citizen, Nigeria. And you want we that have sanity to be one Nigeria. Are you people mad? Only in Nigeria. Come back. If they show for you, we come back, we will kill you. That is not a country. Nigeria is not a country. I'm not saying it because I want to impress anybody. It's not working. Nigeria is not a country. Forget what every pastor in Nigeria is telling you. Nigeria cannot work. Some of you will be sick. You don't know who to call. You are confused. Most of you lying on your bed today, no food to eat. Nothing. And they're going, oh, pray for Nigeria and working. It's not going to work. Not in a million years, I'm telling you. The only way Nigeria is going to work is the release of Nnamdi Kanu and give us Biafra. You will see that when Biafra start building, the people handling Nigeria will look inwards and start fixing that country. If Nnamdi Kanu is not released, Nigeria cannot work. You see this Boko Haram, these terrorists ravaging the whole country will continue. The only solution to this problem is Nnamdi Kanu being out and solving it with his brain, because God has given him that wisdom. You cannot shine a man that God is with. You can't. You can't outshine a man. Tell me one thing that any of your pastors have done or said that came to pass. Tell me. A man told you the truth of how Nigeria is going to look in the future. And you locked him up. And those things he has said is coming back to face you people, and you're still proclaiming death on him. It can only happen in Nigeria. Can only happen in Nigeria. This country threatens their citizens with death. Even that person is a criminal. The person will sue they will sue the government. They will sue the ass of, and the government will pay heavily. Why the person is serving his jail time? It doesn't happen anywhere in the world. It doesn't happen anywhere in the world. Only in Nigeria. They will proclaim death on their own citizen. Kill their own citizen, broad daylight. Nobody's going to say anything. That's why Peter Obi is fooling himself around Nigeria. I want to become Nigerian president. Mind you, Peter Obi is my uncle, so I am not saying it because I want to get anybody's attention. But he's a very big fool to me. All you obedience should know that Peter Obi is a big fool. He doesn't have what it takes. If Peter Obi DS enter Nigeria, more Nigeria will die than this thing that is happening now. Because they want to provoke him so that they will come to the southeast and finish us. I don't know what else. What else? We tell you people, do the right thing, you don't want to do the right thing. Look at Nigeria threatening her so-called citizen. Nnamdi Kanu is the citizen of the United States of Biafra. Threatening to kill Nnamdi Kanu. Give him death sentence. That's what he deserves. We're going to see how this is going to end. All your threats is hitting brick walls and you're still threatening. There is no brain in what they are doing. You can see. All of you can see. Nnamdi Kanu must die. I remember that time that Malami said we would have killed Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya before bringing him back. Their hatred for Igbo, they can't hide it anymore because Tinubu is the president. A known drug lord is the president of Nigeria. That is why they are ashamed, they shame me. I cannot come out and tell you I'm in it. Nobody, some of the people that knows me here knows me as South African. They don't know me as a Nigerian. They don't. Some of the people, because Nigerian passport cannot go and cannot get you anywhere. Nigerian passports cannot get you on top of a bicycle. Not to talk of getting you a visa to travel out. Even though that they will drain you. Even you will be frustrated in going to that embassy. But here it's not like that. Any country you want to travel in this country, just present your passport, you're off. Nigerian passports. You can't even use your Nigerian passport to enter Togo. Not to talk of Benin Republic. You can't. Then we're not talking about going to Germany, Holland, England, or wherever. No, you can't. You cannot. I'm telling you the truth. So all these threats that is coming from federal government of bandit of terrorist Nigeria, don't be moved. Nnamdi Kanu is winning them. You think America is joking when they said they are giving Nnamdi Kanu they are giving Nigeria the opportunity to do the right thing. Oh, you think those people, they are just joking? They will just sit down in their parliament and start talking rubbish, and then Nigeria will still come and tell you, oh, we are going to sentence Nnamdi Kanu to death. They are scared. That is the word of someone who is dying, a kick of a dying horse. They are drowning, but they are just trying to see if somebody can hear their voice. Nobody's going to hear their voice. Listen, Biafrans, don't be moved about that nonsense that you saw yesterday or the day before. Don't be moved about. Don't be moved. Go and relax. They can't do shit. But they are just making noise. They can't do it. They cannot do it. Go at this thing I tell you now. Go and write it somewhere. The one they will do will tell you they can do it. Omotosho has played his last card. Omotosho has played this. Omotosho is even scared now. He's scared to make some kind of this utterance. He's scared. He can't come outside like the way he does before. He's scared to his bone marrow. So you come and say, okay, I now remove the life imprisonment and give you death sentence in Nigeria. When Nnamdi Kanu is now a global watch. I don't know who tells these people that they can just talk anyhow. And the more they talk with hate, the more the world is seeing what they are doing. That is why APC must leave Nigeria. APC was a party that came into Nigeria to destroy the country. They are not there for good. They are in charge of this terrorism happening in Nigeria. All of them, APC members. They are all in charge. So they can't fight this insecurity. They can't. Honestly. The only thing that will fight this insecurity if they divide the country. If they divide the country, that insecurity will stop. But the way these guys are very emboldened. These guys get minds now. Past when Jonathan did power. Past when Obasanjo did power. These guys now are more emboldened. Past when Yar'Adua did power. Even when Buhari was in power, he was very careful. Tinubu no send at all. He no send. Why? Because Tinubu is not the one in charge. It's Sultan of Sokoto that is in charge. I like to remind us this. Tinubu is not the president of Nigeria. Sultan of Sokoto and Shigumi are the one seeing to the affairs of Nigeria, wanting to take over Nigeria. Remember, Sultan of Sokoto was a diplomat in Afghanistan military. In Afghanistan country. Or military, should I use the word military? Sultan of Sokoto, this Sultan of Sokoto you are looking at, he served as a diplomat in Afghanistan. Now, the same way terrorists took Afghanistan is the same way they want to use systematic way to take over Nigeria. So Sultan of Sokoto knows what he's doing. He knows what if they can do it in Afghanistan, they can do it in Nigeria. That is his mentality. So don't think that they don't know what they are doing. These guys are grounded. They know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. And that is why Nnamdi Kanu saw it and started shouting, these Yorubas, these useless and hopeless Yorubas, locked him up and want us to be brothers. Don't worry. In the next 4 or 5 years now, you will see that they will come back. Igbos. These Igbos, that they do shakara too much. You will know if they even forgive people. That will be their next language. Don't worry, because Tinubu is in power now, so they are in charge. They are puffing now. Can imagine how Fulanis are very intelligent. Pushed Nnamdi Kanu problem to Yorubas. They swung into action. So that people will hail Jagaban. 4 years, I'm giving you. 4 years. Even the people that push you to do this thing will forget about you. That is how bad it is. That is how bad it is. Some of you will say, oh, he doesn't know what he's saying. Just wait after 4 years. You will see. When power changes hand, how the Yorubas will now become very stupid before everybody. They gave you power to use. And then you are misusing the power, doing anyhow, behaving anyhow. Look at how they are treating our brothers and sisters in Lagos State, in other part of the state, in other part of the country. Look at how Igbos are being treated. Somebody will come to shop, they will lock his shop. Or if they want to take over the shop or the shops in Ladipo or in Lagos Island, what they will do is to go and put fire there and then burn innocent people's markets. Burn innocent. Nigeria, they wicked though. Ndị Igbo unu na-afụjukwa anya na Nigeria na Lagos State ahụ unu na-afụju anya. Unu na-afụju anya, my brothers. Somebody will build house finish, you can't destroy it. Somebody will suffer to get property, you will go and destroy it. Is that not wickedness? I've never seen anything like Nigeria in my life. No, I've been to some African countries before my father in heaven. I've never seen anything like Nigeria. I've never. Nigeria has no structure. If anything is happening to you people now, you don't have a number to call emergency. Nothing. And then somebody will be writing one Nigeria on my comment section. Kai. Anyways, my Biafran brothers and sisters, all I want to let you people know is that Prime Minister's case is coming up in August, first week of August, and then we hope that the appeal will collapse every of his case that they have with him there in Finland. The case is no more it's not all about terrorism. There is no terrorism charges on his case. What is on his case now is tax evasion. That he didn't pay tax from the YouTube money he's getting. That is the problem. No other. That is why my Prime Minister is sitting in prison. Why did this happen? USB government and David Dr. Masanga, these guys are not sleeping. That is the reason why it's happening. That is the reason why all those nonsense that they brought to court has disappeared. And you see one thing about Simon, you see Finland, Simon will pull Finland to the ground. I'm telling you the truth. That is the simple truth. He will pull them to the ground. If they don't pay him up to $100 million or pounds or euro, then Simon is a joker. I'm telling you the truth. That is the simple. I'm not going to say further than what I'm telling you. First of all, they insulted his personality, that he was inciting people. Who is he inciting people like me now? Because I'm doing almost the same thing Simon is doing. Just before I leave, Fulanis in our forest should leave. The reason why I'm saying this is that we're going to give them ultimatum to leave. And that will be like 60 days again. And if they don't leave between that 60 days, because right now, our documentations have been submitted and been signed by UN authorities, we have every full force right now to defend our territory, to defend our land. Anywhere we see Fulani in our forest, even as I speak now, don't let them go. Kill them there. I'm saying it live on program. Kill Fulanis in our forest. If you say you are a Fulani and you want to come and invest or do any business in Biafran land, you rent a house. People must know what you're doing. But if you live in my forest, you are going to be killed. So there is no two ways about it. If the military sees you, finds you we are not giving you second chance. We will kill you there. Because you are not supposed to be living. We are supposed to end you. We don't negotiate with you people. We have nothing. We have no reason to negotiate with you people. So leave before the crow crows. Because I know what I'm saying. I know you don't know what I know. Some of you don't know what I know. Please, any Fulani in the forest of Biafra, please start looking for a way to leave. Because if we get you, you're not going to survive the next minute. I'm telling you the truth. The world should hold this. They should hold me accountable for what I have just said. Any Fulani that I see in my forest, that Biafran army sees in the forest, they are gone. And I'm telling you the truth, they are gone. Very soon we'll give a date. Anywhere we find you people with your cattle, we don't want to see your cattle. If you want to rear a cattle, let them give you people land where we can know that this is the business you are doing in our state. And you are helping to build our state. If we see you in our forest, dragging your cattle, honestly, we are not going to survive it. This is not a joke. So on this note, I'm going to leave it at this. But I'm telling you from today, it is going to start. Anywhere you find Fulani in the forest of Biafran land, don't let them live 1 minute. Because you don't know what we know. All of you don't know what we know. You think, I used to hear online country. Before now, I don't hear online country again. I don't used to hear online country. Hey, they are online country. Where is online country? It has suddenly disappeared. Nobody is online country us again now. It is now Biafra or nothing. Don't worry. Prime Minister will be back soon. Thank you so much, Biafrans, for giving me this opportunity to speak to you guys. I appreciate every one of you. And I'll come back tomorrow. But I'll be on my YouTube channel. Thank you, guys. Join me there tomorrow as I speak to Biafrans. Thank you. And may God bless you people from here.
Oh yes, we all have heard him direct and clear. So there is nothing else. In fact, he has said the truth. He has said everything the way it is. Well, I would like your comment down below what you think about the whole thing going on in Nigeria, in Biafra land. So like, subscribe and share it for everyone to see things happening. Say thank you for watching.